finally quit my 9 to 5 last year, and I'm here to talk all about it and all the things that I have learned working for myself. Hi everyone, I am Parmita and welcome to my first YouTube video. I am super excited to be talking about this because there's a lot that I've learned, there's a lot I want to share, and how I plan on doing it is going to be a little different. I am an artist, so I will be voicing over my art piece that I feel portrays my emotions as I start and embark on this new journey and bring you along through the experience through me creating the art piece. So, before I dive right in, I do want to give a little intro about myself and my background and to understand why exactly I quit my job. Well, I'm an electrical engineer. I've been working in my field for about 6 years in Canada. And while living in Canada for like 10 years and experiencing everything that I had experienced, there was really a part of me that honestly needed a break. Diving so deep into spirituality for so many years while being in Canada and trying to understand myself and diving in deeper, being an artist and creating art pieces from my mind, there came a point where going to my job every day felt almost redundant because I felt I could have done so much more with all that time that I was giving away to my work. And in return, I felt I left feeling very unhappy, not feeling like I have met my purpose. And that feels like something a lot of us are going through. I'm seeing so many people realizing their true passions and taking a break to actually work on that. Now, you must be wondering, how come from an engineer to an artist it sounds like a drastic jump? But in reality, the truth is, I've always been a creative since I was a kid. I've always explored my mind more on the creative realms, been super imaginative. I still am, but I guess now my imagination has gotten a little bit more realistic thanks to life. But yeah, so I've always explored playing around with paints and arts and crafts. And there came a point where I got very confident and comfortable in painting acrylics on canvas. And I started creating pieces for other people. But when I went to Canada for my university studying engineering, it can get very demanding. Where I actually stopped creating for quite a few years until I graduated and I started working. And back of my head, I always wanted to explore digital art. I was always a little intimidated by the concept of, just using the software and understanding how to make best use of it. But COVID happened and it drove me to venture into digital art, and exactly like I did with acrylics on canvas, that's what I incorporated, but on a digital platform, and played around with the tool. And then came on to constantly creating concepts on how I saw the world, how I viewed the world, and being really the bridge between spirituality and humanness of our lives, and have it a medium for people to feel inspired to dive in deeper within themselves and their psyche and to understand themselves a lot deeper. Being an artist working in this field, I am still trying to navigate around it. It's been a lot because after I quit in Canada, I came to India. There's just so much coming towards me, so much discovering, uncovering, and really stepping into this new version that's demanding for me to be in order to put things out there. Like this YouTube video. Oh my god, I procrastinated on this for so long because I was like, I'm gonna look like an idiot doing it. But you know what? I am really taking that inner voice that says behind my head to that is telling me that no, this is stupid, don't do it. I am working on overriding that every single time that voice comes in and doing exactly that my mind is telling me not to do. Because yeah, I'm done playing safe. I am here to bring you all on this journey of self-discovery, on this journey of really paving this path for myself and understanding how and where I fit in, because there's so much that I want to give out there, and there's so much I want to share, and that's what made me want to start YouTube as well, to have this as a platform where I can just share long format and hope that this inspires somewhere out there to follow their passion, which brings us to all the things that I learned throughout this process, specifically tied to productivity and working for myself. And I'll address three major things that I have learned while I voice over my art video and bring you along this journey and give you that experience that I've been feeling. Let's first talk about self discipline. I was so used to reporting to someone else and using that as my means to keep myself disciplined with deadlines that, when it came to working for myself, I found myself slacking quite a bit. I was battling with a lot of self doubt and a fear of failing because taking such a big step was not easy, and I felt I had a lot to prove to myself. Naturally, this led me to procrastinate and a feeling of being a little lost on my path. I realized the pressure I was putting on myself, and I was really feeling like I was running out of time, which stopped me from thinking clearly. The only way I could work through it was to keep working on myself every single day and focusing on the day rather than the ultimate final goal. Growth really happens over time, not overnight. So, focusing on my daily routine and habits and setting a realistic daily schedule for myself helped me battle that. This leads me to trust. Let's face it, it was a lot to integrate coming back to India. I was chaotically traveling as soon as I got to India, and I was sick at the same time for a good 2 to 3 months. This put me in an even deeper haze. I found myself questioning a lot about what is it that I really want to do, and this drove me to go even deeper into my shadow work. India as a country is buzzing with so much intense energy, you can't help not be strung along for a ride both internally and externally. I had to really learn to surrender and be okay with just being and taking the time to reset my nervous system. Conceptually, it makes sense to just trust the process, but it's something really hard to do. Like, how do you even trust the process when your mind is always doubting you and questioning everything that's coming towards you? This is where experience comes in. For me to get into the state of pure trusting, I had to go through something that shattered my sense of self completely, and it pushed me to do nothing but to just trust because I had nothing else to hold on to. Not saying everyone learns it this way, but this is how I truly grasped this practicality of trusting the process. I try my best to practice being mindful and grateful for the present moment. Meditation helps me do that really well. I mean, life is constantly changing. We can plan all we want, but we will never know what life has in store for us until we go through it. So all we can do is just trust it, do our best, and just surrender and not hold on to any expectations of the outcomes. This brings me to action. This is the most important lesson for me. It's very easy to be in your head and plan out everything, but nothing sets in motion until there is an action. Our head plays so many tricks trying to keep us safe. It'll find a million reasons to convince you to not do something, even though deep down you really want to do it. I'm constantly battling with that inner voice telling me, doing this is a bad idea, or I'll be made fun of if I did this. The only way I handle it is by doing the exact opposite of what my mind is telling me to do. Of course, if there is real danger, I would listen and wouldn't put myself through it. Here, I'm focusing on actions you want to take to build whatever it is you want to start for yourself. The concept of starting a YouTube channel was incredibly intimidating, but deep down I really wanted to do it. It took me recording the video to silence my inner voice. She does creep up from time to time, but I go ahead and do it anyway. Every action I take, it brings me closer to a reality I want to bring in. If your mind is holding you back or making up excuses to not start something, do yourself a favor and just start. If you're worried about what people will think, let them. It's beyond our control anyway. But starting something you want is in your control. You don't need to have it all polished, just start and you'll figure it out on the way. As I'm writing out my chapters, completely unaware of what my next steps would look like, all I can do is be present and continue writing out the chapters of my life and trust that everything that is to come next is going to unlock a different part of me. It's a constant cycle of unlocking and integrating and being. This excites me, and I'm so grateful to have made this move and be in a position to do so. This was really my inspiration for my art concept, and it's something I'll keep coming back to as a reminder for myself to take it one step at a time and to keep writing my chapters one day at a time. I hope you liked my video and my art piece process. If you'd like to see more of these, please do comment below. I would love to create a lot more videos like this. And if you're also on a similar path, please do let me know. I would love to hear your experiences and do share in the comments below. Yeah, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. I will be posting a lot more content like this. It's going to be a mixture of many things. It's really going to be what I feel like creating and putting out there. I don't want to put myself in a box. I just want to voice and show up however my spirit wants to show itself. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.